As Cailleach's form disappeared from view, Talargan taunted softly. "She can run, but she can't hide, and I will enjoy the chase." Tritus stiffened, all thought for his own life evaporating in a mist of fear. Ignoring the threat Talargan posed, along with the magic he exhibited in his right palm, Tritus's only thought was for the protection of his lover and his unborn child. With a roar that was ripped from his very soul, he gathered his magic in a wrench of power. The earth quaked, the ground beneath his feet undulating. The campfire spluttered, the logs shifting and sparking. Tritus lost his balance and fell to his knees, watching as Talargan staggered from side to side. The druid managed to keep his feet, but the magic in his palm was snuffed out like a naked flame in the wind. Taking his chance, and not bothering to come to his feet, Tritus thrust his hands into the earth and called upon his birthright. There came a loud rustling noise, as if a multitude of tiny feet scurried among the leaves and dirt. Tritus urged them to move faster, to attack his enemy, and even before he'd finished his urgent request, thousands of insects began to converge on Talargan. They rushed forward in a frenzied charge, crawling into the druid's red robes. Talargan's face twisted. With a howl, he slammed his hands frantically against his body. Tritus pushed to his feet and took a step forward, intent to follow up his attack. But the reprieve was over, for in that moment Talargan threw his head back and roared to the heavens. With his other hand, he wove a rune in the air, with sharp, jerky motions, and a cloud of black and red smoke roiled in a thick fog around him, covering Talargan within the next breath. Before Tritus could rush forward and blindly swing at the fog, a loud bang rent the air. The rustling sounds of insects vanished. Tritus staggered backward, groaning as he cradled his head. He was oblivious to the black smoke his enemy now began to twist into a deadly arrow, but a sixth sense warned him to look up, and as he fixated on Talargan, that dark arrow hit him squarely in the chest. The inevitable collision threw him backward, his back slamming into the trunk of a tree, a rib audibly cracking. His legs crumpled beneath him. Gasping, his back and chest screaming in agony as he slid to the ground, he could do nothing but stare helplessly at Talargan. Heart beating fast, Tritus strained to latch onto the blurred visage of his enemy as Talargan began to move toward him. He could just make out the snarl on his face, the blue facial tattoo on his left cheek contorting into a queer etching. Tritus urged himself to fight. His mind screamed at him to move, but even though his will was strong, his fingers twitched uselessly by his sides, and all he could do was watch as his enemy drew ever closer. The campfire cast ominous shadows over Talargan's robed form, those flashes of blood coming ever closer, and every step Tritus's fear increased. "Cailleach!" he screamed desperately down their shared internal line. "Run, my love! Hide!" A surge of stark fear travelled back down their connection. Tritus also felt anguish, and a loss that was as crippling as the physical pain in his body. He understood his lover's emotions because he shared them. Tritus did not want his time with Cailleach to end, for she was his and he was hers. The hands of destiny had brought them together, and to be separated from each other was inconceivable, as unbelievable as the seasons no longer turning.